Well, guys, this coffee table has been in the family for about 15 years now. And for the last 5, it has sat in the corner of our house with me promising that one day I'm going to turn it into a milk stand. And that day has arrived today because I am tired of milking the sheep sitting on the floor, getting covered in all sorts of stuff. So basically, this is the process. I sit on the floor, Christopher holds her, and we attempt to milk. And this is Val. He's come to visit. Lots of lambs in this stall. Time to get to work. So basically, I know this is awkward filming, but this is the process. It is not feasible long term, pardon me, to milk this way with all the other sheep running around us and struggling to sit on the floor and get clean milk. But so far, for one sheep, it hasn't been horrible. But as you can see, look at that. It is so simple to milk the sheep. I am really hoping everybody's going to be like this. I'm not going to film all this. We will do a better video later once we have a stand. So today we are repurposing this heavy-duty coffee table that we've I'm going to say we've cursed it because it's just heavy and big and clunky, and this is going to be the perfect use for it.
So we've actually done this project before. Back when we had the goats, we kind of cobbled together a homemade milk stand. It was also on a coffee table, although not as heavy as this. But we do have a few tweaks that we're going to apply to this build compared to what we had for the goats, just because in our experience with the Icelandic sheep, they're very similar, but they're a little different. So we're going to take you along for that.
So we have an idea lengthwise what we want. We want about a 36-inch area for the sheep to stand. But the big question is, what do we need for height? Because basically Chris and I are trying to guess. So we're going to go out and see if one of these sheep's going to let us measure them. Who's going to cooperate? You are not going to help me. You aren't going to help. Did you get that? All right, Annie, come here. Come in. I just need a rough idea. No one is going to let me do this. Except for Val. Like, her shoulder is probably close to the 28. Well, you're dumb. You got stuck. Well, as you saw, that was not productive at all. But I think we're going to go with the fact that for most part, most of the sheep at the shoulder, I think are going to be around the 28-inch mark. So hopefully 36 gives us enough height, and then we can get their feed dish at the right level.
All right. Well, we're very good at building boxes. And what we basically have so far is our two sides. So this board here is where the head gate will go when we get to that. And the feeder will be up here, and we've made this so box-like because we are going to cowl this in slightly so that if this is in with the other sheep, they can't mob it and get at the food. So it's not going to be completely cowled in, but enough to keep them from stealing it all. But we're going to keep going and get on to probably assembling this head gate and see how that goes.
Progress is being made. Super exciting.
Well, we have our cross beams to support our sort of head gate there, and yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty good looking box. Now, I think we're going to have to stop at some point to get the hardware for this, because I don't think we have bolts that are long enough to put this together. Well, we've definitely made a lot of progress this afternoon, and we're to the point now we have to make a bit of a run for some hardware, because we did look and we do not have leg bolts or bolts that are big enough to go through this to make our movable head gate. But other than that and some side panels, which we have to do some thinking on how we're doing that, we have it all together.
Come on, Anya. Come on, sweetheart. You have to get her. I know. Baby's out of the way. Come on, out of the way. Come on, no. Just don't. She's trying to figure out getting her front feet on. Lift her front foot. Don't push. Don't push. No. There you go. work, is it? So we have Enya on the stand. She's not super happy about it. And we realize now that we had the thingies way too close, so we're going to have to come up with some sort of regroup to make the horns work. We're going to milk anyway. This is training time. We're not milking Chloe, but she went up on the stand herself, so she's getting a treat. So I'm under no misconceptions or notions. This is going to take a lot of work to get these girls trained to get on here. It was a battle. We didn't get it on camera because it is late at night and we finally got it finished. But we're going to come back tomorrow when the lighting's a little better and hopefully document this a bit more and see if the girls are a little more apt to getting onto the stand. She got off of it, no problem. All right, we are the next morning and Annie here has gotten up on the stand. She's having a little breakfast snack. Again, we're still in training mode because we didn't separate babies last night, but it's almost time to do that. It's funny because Chloe, who went on the stand no problem last night, is kind of waiting in line. She really wants to get up here because she knows there's grain in there. Annie's eating her share. Let's see if she gets off well. That's a girl, Annie. Want to get down? Oh, Bob says he's coming. Annie just wants more food.
Bob likes food.
Annie desperately needs her feet done. Now that we've got them up in a stand, we can really see when feet need to be done.
Hi, Kuya. Where's the baby?
There. Can you hop down, Ann?
Hi, Molly.
Come on, girl. You're going to have to hop down. Or turn around. There you go. Good girl.
Okay, well, new day, and we've already milked this morning, but we're getting some stuff done so that maybe tonight's milking goes a little better. And big thing was, we needed to work on a step, or a better step than what we had, because getting them up over that first step was a bit of a chore, as you saw. But the other thing was we needed to fix our sort of stanchion here. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So Step is out right now getting some pieces cut to make it a little bit better, so it's not quite as big of a jump up. But I think we fixed the problem with the stanchion or head gate here, because basically we were too narrow with the 2x4s, so we switched to 2x2s. And basically, simple principle, once they're in, we just lock up here. They shouldn't be able to come out, especially the horned ones. But we now have a better distance in here that I think all but maybe our widest horn spread sheep will fit in here okay. So we're going to go ahead, get the step done. We have a rubber mat that we're also cutting to go on sort of the milking platform, because we did notice they didn't feel confident being up there without that. Basically they slip around a bit on the smooth stand. So we're going to get that cut, and then hopefully come tonight we're good to go.